my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, Expresso fam, we're talking about something every parent thinks about, and that's keeping our little ones healthy, happy, and thriving. And joining me this morning are two incredible women who know a thing or two about children's health. We've got Laura Johnston, CEO of Phytoceutics and an integrative nutritional health coach. And we also have Dr Raphaella Stander, pediatrician, and like Laura, a mum of 3. Doc, you do see hundreds, probably, maybe thousands of children each and every year. And from your experience, what are some of the most common deficiencies that you do see in children?
For us, the biggest deficiency we see is iron. And iron is a very important nutrient that kids need in the first few years of life. We rarely see we call it the iron gap. Kids are born with all their iron stores, so a baby is born with their iron stores from their mom, and then they grow the fastest in the first 2 years of life, and they reach what we call like a nadir, like the lowest point of their iron stores at around 4-6 months. And this is where we're meant to be starting to introduce solids and get them eating food. And I mean, you know, when you're feeding your child for the first time, you're getting very little in. I mean, it's a spoonful of butternut, and you're not getting huge amounts of iron-rich foods in. So we see this big thing called the iron gap, and breast milk has very little iron in. So we actually encourage moms to supplement iron from the age of 4 months up until a year. Sure. And this usually prevents iron deficiency in kids.
That's interesting that you said breast milk lacks in iron. So even if the mom's eating lots of liver or eating lots of iron, it doesn't even have a direct impact, right?
No, so I mean, breast milk has a low amount of iron in. The amount that is in breast milk is very well absorbed. But it is actually very, very low in iron, and we need to supplement.
Speaking about supplementing, Laura, this is where you come in. I mean, can we supplement with children? Iron in particular, what are we doing with that?
Yeah, so it is difficult to supplement with children because, I mean, just getting a spoonful of butternut is difficult. So we've developed a number of products to try and help mums and just people in general take their supplements. And something that, you know, we've introduced is the Phytomist range, and these are sprays, and they taste delicious, they're sugar-free, and one of them is an iron spray. And it tastes like strawberry, and it's very easy to administer to children, and they actually love it. They're like little birds with their mouths open waiting for the iron spray. Yeah. And then we also have a range called Blue Iron, and this comes in Pregnancy Sport Original. It's also an iron syrup, and you can give that on a spoon, and it's got a blueberry flavour, and it's also very well tolerated by children.
Do you think it takes any sort of convincing for the parent or even the kid to even be open to the idea of supplementing? Because it's not necessarily a piece of food. It is something maybe foreign to them. How do you kind of introduce the concept of supplementing with kids and parents?
So I think, you know, parents will listen to a healthcare practitioner. So if a pediatrician says your child needs iron, you're more than likely to listen to them. In terms of giving it to your kids, it's a lot of trial and error, which is why we have options.
Right.
And, you know, they might not like the strawberry flavour, but they might like the blueberry flavour. Or you might have to mask things, you know. I think most mums are masters at that, you know, doing a quick swap with things to try and trick them.
Online, yeah. Just to kind of convince them that it's actually a piece of bacon you're eating meanwhile. I love that. How do you know when your child actually needs a supplement? Are there any telltale signs that says, yes, they're low in iron?
Yeah, so there are things you can look out for. In bigger children, they may seem more lethargic, less full of energy. They can have difficulty concentrating at school. And then when it's severe enough, they can actually have something called pica, where they crave like very odd things. Some kids will be eating sand out of the sand pit. And then little babies a little bit harder, but you know, we blame everything on babies not sleeping on iron, but it is one of the things that can be a sign of iron deficiency, and then poor weight gain in small children.
Sure. And I'm so glad that you're here, Laura, with so many solutions. Like you said, from the mist to the syrup, you've got everything sorted. What are those flavors again? You mentioned blueberry.
Blueberry, strawberry, our other mists are nachi. No, they're delicious.
Delicious. Because I remember growing up, we did not have these flavors with anything. Ladies, this has been great. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add, maybe to tell parents that there is help on the way?
I think, you know, even if your kids don't present themselves with a typical deficiency, you know, it's good to support their immune systems and good to support their overall health, particularly if they're fussy eaters. And, You know, I think a lot of us have been through the phase where your kids will only eat chicken nuggets, and it's mortifying for someone who is pro-vegetables. So, you know, again, trying to satisfy kids and mums, we've got a range of gummies. It's tastes delicious, it's sugar-free, it's in a little troll shape, and there's multivitamins, there are D vitamins, there are immune-supporting gummies. It's under the NutriBurst brand, so that's something that mums might consider as well.
Beautiful. We'll take it from the mums themselves, Expresso fam. That definitely is some solid advice. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Laura, so much for coming on through. And thank you for being here and listening to these expert mom tips and hacks even this morning. For parents who want to explore Phytoceutics range of supplements, please go ahead and do that. You can find all the information online at phytoceutics.com.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.